Hi, I'm Sydney Kryman.
Hi, I'm Cassie Hull.
Hi, I'm Jillian Humphreys.
Hi, I'm Riley Grelly.
Lexi Henderson.
Our hypothesis is that if we get in people's personal space, then they'll feel uncomfortable, maybe try to push us away, tense up, giggle, or try to get away, because being in personal space tends to make people feel uncomfortable.
Being that the social norm that we decided to break is personal space, our experiment that we chose was we were going to stand in the elevator, and as soon as someone comes in the elevator, we're going to give them like a few seconds to kind of like settle down. Once they settle down, then we're going to do either one of two things. The first thing that we did was we got up in their face and kind of just gave them a blank stare look. That is breaking like their personal space. Another thing that some of our group members did was we got abnormally close to them, which made them very uncomfortable. The reason why we did this is because it is breaking a social norm of personal space.
We filmed at various locations, including Iggy's and the elevators. We filmed in these places because people are acting normally. They're standing, sitting, or walking casually, what people would normally be doing in these locations. People usually have personal space in all these places. So us being in their personal space is very disruptive, and that's why we filmed at all these locations.
Okay.
You know, that's.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Yep! Elevator!
Ready.
You hit a button? Oh, we're going
Yes, please.
Riley, you can't.
I'm sorry.
Join the party.
What am I supposed to do?
No, not the shit.
What are you doing? Stop!
Okay. Our hypothesis was true because people reacted the way that we thought they would react by, like, tensing up or feeling comfortable, maybe giggling or giving awkward looks. So our hypothesis is true.
Well, breaking the folkway on the elevator, people reacted in many different ways. Some ways people reacted was you could tell that they got uncomfortable and they started to look away almost. Another way was people would walk away or they would mumble to themselves. Men and women, it didn't seem that they behaved differently, but some of the men seemed to not get as scared as some of the women did. Some of the girls ended up getting more scared and walking away and feeling uncomfortable, like we were in their personal space. There's also one incident when someone like stepped to me and asked, like, what are you doing? Which is normal because they're uncomfortable and they don't know what is happening. I think it is different when you're in a group and you're by yourself. When you're in a group, you could tell that they're more comfortable, but they tended to laugh because they knew it was an awkward situation. But when they were by themselves, it was more uncomfortable and they felt almost scared at how close we were standing or how much eye contact we were making. One thing that we found interesting about this whole violation video was that people physically didn't touch us or try to push us away, but they did almost mimic trying to get us away from them.
The most significant things we found someone did was the person saying, "Can I help you?" or the person saying stop and putting her arm out. That was probably the two most significant things and reactions we got in the elevators.
Some of the things that people said or did was push us away with their arm. to try and get us away or kind of get out of their personal space. Other people looked at themselves as if there was like something wrong with themselves, like food on themselves, like a ripped t-shirt, or if like they had something on their face. So they kind of, instead of looking around, they turned to themselves. Other people smiled awkwardly and kind of like tried to play it off and like laugh it off. Other people questioned us, asking us, what are we doing, or can I help you? Most of the people looked the other direction, so they kind of avoided the awkward situation or the violation of the social norm. So if we were looking at them from the right side, they kind of awkwardly turned their head to kind of pretend that we're not there. Lastly, what people did was they looked around in the elevator to kind of see what was happening, if other people were experiencing this awkward situation or this violation of space. They kind of turned to their friends to see, like, do you know what's happening? And that's the reactions that we got and the things that people said.
Play. Did you get play? Okay. Some definitions we used in our video were a folkway, which is socially significant but not morally important. We also had more, a norm of morality such as like the national anthem. A taboo, which is violated, which if violated, it would result in disgust, like cannibalism or murder, things like that. And those are all social norms, so you're either conforming or violating them. Some of my thoughts on the video were that I thought it was really interesting to see how other people react, because I thought some people would try and conform and actually try and do the same things that we were doing. So like standing in front of someone and looking right at them, I thought someone else would do that. But it was really interesting to see that people would kind of like look at themselves almost, see if something was on them because everyone else was staring at them. All in all, I thought it was a really interesting project to learn different aspects of how people react to awkward situations.
Our final thoughts on our project was, on behalf of our group members, we felt that breaking the social norm was definitely something awkward and out of our comfort zone, but we also agree that it was nice to do something different for a change and not be kind of like in a routine or to kind of get out of ourselves. Therefore, it was a good project for us to do. Thank you. Thank you for